What's up, buzzers? Welcome back to Beyond the Buzz, the only podcast where drama meets data and tea meets thesis. I'm your host with the most, Amara, and today we are stirring things up. We're asking the million-dollar question: is every publicity a good publicity, or just a public disgrace in disguise? Well, for today, we're jumping straight into our blast from the past segment. Past, which is a nostalgic rewind to moments that shaped the internet. And trust us, this one is big. Let's set the stage. A scandal hits the airwaves, and suddenly someone's name is on everybody's lips. One moment, there is silence, and the next, boom, they are trending everywhere. That sounds familiar, right? Of course it does. From local celebrities like Portable, whose wild antics sparks debate, to Kanye West's headline-grabbing behavior, we've seen people turn bad PR into megaphone. But does it always pay off? Or does it sometimes backfire into a PR nightmare? We'll get to know. Let's get straight into it. First off, the all publicity is good publicity camp. Yeah, we know. They say attention is attention, no matter where it comes from. Do we agree with that? And also, there is evidence to back it. Let's take Burna Boy, for example. Homeboy said, "I am an African giant, not African lowercase." For example, remember the Coachella font-size drama? What seemed like a social media uproar about entitlement eventually became a spotlight moment that pushed Burna Boy into deeper global recognition. Now he's an international Afrobeat ambassador. We all can see that. And on the global stage, let's not forget the infamous Blackfish Pepsi ad with Kendall Jenner. The outrage was loud, but here is the kicker though. Pepsi still enjoyed massive brand recall during the controversy. Every headline, TikTok parody, and meme indirectly kept Pepsi top of mind. That's like free advertising or bad PR. Well, you decide. Now, let's flip the coin. Negative buzz isn't always the jackpot. A good example, let's take Toke Makinwa early career backlash over personal revelations in her memoir on Becoming. Great book. While it grabbed headlines, it also came with intense scrutiny and harsh criticism. Thankfully, she bounced back stronger, but not everyone survives the storm. Not everyone enters the fire and comes out with their wig intact. I love that for her. Globally, think about the Fire Festival, the PR disaster of the decade. Yes, it made headlines everywhere, but the fallout included lawsuits, jail time for its organizer, and a permanent stain on Jeru's reputation. In Nigeria, we've seen similar with scandals around the Ponzi schemes like MMM and the rest of them. The negative publicity didn't boost their reputation, it buried them flat. Now let's talk about you, Gen Z, the ultimate trendsetters and cancel culture creators. You all don't just watch the drama unfold, you amplify it. Oh my God, I love it. You meme it and sometimes you end it. Let's think about Hilda Bassey's breaking Guinness World Record and owning her moment in the spotlight. It was all positive PR. But now compare that to artists like Naira Marley, who has faced backlash for controversial lyrics and allegations. Some fans stayed loyal, but the hit-to-hit brands have been significant. Some of them are not even wearing belts. Sorry, no more Malians. So now, are you part of the all buzz is good buzz team, or is negativity just not it for you? So, is negative publicity really publicity? Honestly, it all depends though. Sometimes it just feels like, spicing your jollof rice, just the right amount of drama that keeps it exciting, right? But I mean, so much and the pot is already ruined. You have created a catastrophe. What do you think, buzzers? Is bad PR worth the hype, or are we better off just avoiding it completely? Hit us up with your thoughts. Slide into our DMs on all social media platforms. I would really love to hear your hot takes. And that's a wrap on today's Blast from the Past episode. Brothers, keep spilling the tea and staying curious. And remember, if you want to trend, make sure it's for a good reason. See you on the next episode of Beyond the Buzz. Peace out.